give me a second while I switch to the countdown.
Beacon received. Beacon received.
Hello, everyone. It's me. We're starting a new Ace Attorney game today. This is the second game that was released in this series. I'm excited. It's gonna be like a tutorial level as the first one, obviously, but it's still gonna be good. Okay, time to do some new voices. Play this game. The Lost Turnabout. Yes. Ah! How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright. What have I done wrong?
Ignorant spoon.
I cannot allow you to go
Ghost
on like
wifey.
this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. Damn. Speech chat, control panel, voice.
Ignorant spoon.
Oh shit, this is
Titan
the only
judge.
option. I don't have the option to use Google's voice. Shit. No! Oh no! I hate this! Is it because I'm not using Google Chrome? I bet it's because I'm not using Google Chrome. Hold on, this is very important. Speech chat. So I tried switching to Chromium for speech chat and Google Chrome for the closed captions. Yep, it is a Chromium thing. Okay. Google US English. There we go. Nice. I love all the Overwatch emotes. Okay. What a nightmare. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. Shit. Shit. A few minutes later, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1.
Ignorant
Ow!
spoon. The large judge
My
wants to
head.
step on you.
It's throbbing. And why does it feel
Ignorant spoon.
so
Wait,
foggy
who's that?
in here?
Ignorant
Good
spoon.
morning.
Scarf person.
Good morning. What's wrong? You don't look well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that.
Ignorant spoon. Bird woman. Great Newtons.
Am I in trouble or
Nick is
something?
hungover. Ignorant spoon.
Huh?
Bird
Trouble?
woman squawk.
Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Ignorant spoon. Squawk.
Life in my hands? You promised me! You said that you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you? What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his clients, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, well...
Ignorant spoon.
I think you have the
Copacia.
wrong person. Yeah, I'm...
Ignorant spoon. Copacia.
Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? Guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl... I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Ah, someone, please! Tell me this is just a bad dream! Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? September 8th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Birdie? Is that how you say her name? Is it Maggie Birdie or Bird? What's the consensus? The prosecution's
Great
ready,
news.
Your Honor.
Burb.
Bird? Burb? Maggie Burb? What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? What if I said no? Would that be alright? Of course it wouldn't. Why bother asking to begin with?
Ignorant spoon. Bird woman.
Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory's kind of, The court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair, but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Actually, I have. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
Ignorant
Policeman?
spoon.
You
Look a
did.
thing, I guess.
What? To a policeman? Oh, nice. Thank you. 7 fucking months. Damn. It's almost my 1 year, like, anniversary of streaming in, like, a few weeks. June 8th. Okay. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with his voice. The prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Ignorant spoon. Do you like
Very
memes?
well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. And thank you, my 7-month people. Damn. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show any mercy this time, rookie. Okay. And who are you again?
Great Newtons. Can you make Payne
Now I'm
sound
making him
more
sound
like a bitch?
The prosecution calls Detective Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides
Great
down at the
Newtons.
precinct, sir.
Also, it's definitely Maggie Bird. Look at those friggin' feathers.
Is it Bird or Birdie?
Tyler 1039.
Haha, Dick.
Dick Gumshoe. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant. She works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And when I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy,
Ignorant
sir.
spoon.
I'll never forget
Dick
what he's done
Gumshoe,
for
want
me.
to see my personal poll?
Yeah, he keeps offering people his personal pool. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of the murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near the headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and stabbed his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Yes. This autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo added to the court record. Crime photo 1.
Ignorant spoon.
Now then,
Do
I
any of
recall
the cases have
yesterday's
any new
preliminary
people?
hearing.
How big is this district that they only involve like 8 of the same people?
I know, right? A very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yeah, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir, I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Yeah, info about evidence and people involved in this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court record by pressing the R button. The R button, huh? You really know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find.
Ignorant spoon.
What was it again?
In the
R
next
button?
case, the judge is going to be a witness and the judge at the same time. I'm calling it. Also, the judge will be a lawyer. And Nick won't know WTF is happening.
Who's Nick? Okay, so I'm a defense attorney. This is my badge. But I don't have a badger this time. I can't do the good old badge and badger move. Okay, cell phone. I found this in my pocket. I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Cool. Okay, time of death. Shit. 6:28 p.m. Cause broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. Glasses found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses
Ignorant
were found
spoon.
nearby.
Please show badge and badger. Ignorant spoon.
Can't show
WTF.
badge and badger. The victim fell from above the walking path. Okay.
Ignorant spoon. This game is instantly worse.
Profiles. Okay. The victim. Okay, they were dating.
Ignorant
This fucking
spoon.
bitch.
I need to see a badger to finish.
I hate it. Detective Dick Strict Personal Poll Gumshoe. Okay. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. Victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir. And held on to them
Ignorant
as he
spoon.
fell.
He's 31?
Dick Gumshoe? Yeah.
Ignorant spoon. What an old asshole.
Fuck off. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the crime scene are not mine. I swear, sir. You're sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day, I accidentally stepped on mine. Coincidence, she says. Ugh. Your Honor, I have further evidence to
Ignorant
present.
spoon. Persona.
Oh? You have more? Oh, you have more? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence.
Ignorant spoon.
There's
Who the
something
fuck?
even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area.
Ignorant spoon. Edgeworth is an old man now.
No, he's not much older. Like, I don't... Wait, is my age in here? Was I in here? No, I'm not, because I don't know who I am. I don't know... Oh, you're making a joke about pain? During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Maggie. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name. Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. Okay. This is a picture of the writing, sir. Your Honor. Why, this
Ignorant
is...
spoon. Did you just spoil the game?
Shit, did I? Did I spoil the game? What did I say? Damn. Why is this? Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here. Prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 2 added to the court record.
Ignorant spoon. IDK.
As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm gonna lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court.
Ignorant
Which
spoon.
means they lie from
And this
time
is
to
the
time.
first and only case a name has been found on
What?
a thing before a death. So, she has to be the killer.
But isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective. Does sort of look like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Decisive evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. Okay, so about those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client? Lenses are for nearsightedness, and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the one she's wearing in her ID, pal. What should I do now? Hold it. Almost and kinda... They're not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definite proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? Dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So, what you're saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's. Oh, something like that. What? What? I see. So there is no proof. Wow, that was amazing! I could totally feel it, down in my gut. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else.
Seat of power.
I am so pumped for the new Mario.
It looks good. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed.
Seat of power.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah!
Ignorant
7-month crew!
Where's Ghost Wife? Where's Hot Dog Butts? Where's Science Kid? And Lunch Mom Box?
Lunch Mom Box is not in this game. Neither is Science Kid. Ghost Wife is not in this trial yet. I don't think she might be in the next case. This is the tutorial trial anyway. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but was the name that of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name. Maggie, sir. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. He's got a point. Hey, hold on! Don't hum me. I know the picture says Maggie, but now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. Could it be? And that's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I'd better check the court record again. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. And you are certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground. There were scratches on his fingers from the rough sand, and there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It certainly seems like the name was written by the victim himself. It didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then we're in a lot of trouble. Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going. Glad you're all pumped up, but like... I really want to see your special move, sir. My what? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes! The great Phoenix Wright is back. Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately. You can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. It sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. People's profiles, huh? Gee, I wonder why she would be telling me that. Alright, let's give this another try. Okay, so as you know, this photo says Maggie with I-E, but Maggie's name is not spelled that way. It's spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. So... Objection! Oh, what is it? What? It's come over me. Without thinking, I just blurted out, "Objection!" And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. Objection! What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous questioning coming from? The defendant's, name is, Maggie Birdie. Bird. Do we have... Bird, okay, let's go Bird. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here, Maggie Bird. Looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh. How about that? I hadn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. Objection! May I remind you that it was you who said, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to not have known her name. No! This is very true. Mr. Payne. Yeah, Your Honor? Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were, in fact, lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know. She came to me to ask what she should get for him. Oh. Those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time. She and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay a deposit for the trip, so I didn't. Only I had gone on that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir, really. Anyway. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? Are you saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. I think this fella has ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. Since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. It's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Maggie, Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because, I'm her boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present, isn't that going a bit too far? Hey, pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches their... I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. Badge and badgering. Badge and badger and badgering. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second. Why are we even talking about this? It's all your fault. It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. I should have you arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. It was something she bought over 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago? Yup, she's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was his birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see, a baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove.
Ape bread.
I keep missing half an hour.
No! Damn. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Then what is it like?
Ignorant spoon. Send that Ape bread to
Yeah.
jail, please.
You get kicked out of court! She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? Glove was custom made? Yup.
Ape
That's
bread.
what I said.
No, I am sorry.
So the glove was custom made. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to the case. Yes, it would seem there is a little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes! Bluffing to the max! Now, this is the Mr. Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. You are that convinced, let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this
No
case.
glove, no love.
Anyway, this is it, sir. It's, rather yellow, isn't it? Baseball glove added to the court record. Custom made. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. That's why you had to special order it? Yeah, that's right. That and one other reason. I think this court has heard enough. It's clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that's true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Yes, sir. Writing on the ground. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Writing on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. We first looked into the handwriting. But can you really determine handwriting based on sample written in sand? This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor! So what was the result of the investigation? Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. Oh wait, shit, I already read this. Hold on. Wait, I only pressed the first thing. Yeah. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it? Hey, don't look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard that before. Me neither. Nor I. I never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. His pointer finger? You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in other people's faces. Ha. Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. In any case, you examine the victim's finger. Victim's index finger. Correct. Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he'd been right in the sand. And the results? Found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. And what does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write his name with his own finger. Or write that name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail. I guess he's right. And there's more. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Scratches on his skin? Yup. You can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That is incredible. Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found him. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with? Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. That the name was definitely written by the victim. But don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? Present? What about... Okay. Yes, he wrote it with his right name. However, she went and got him a glove. Wait, isn't he? This is a left-hand glove, right? No, it looks like right hand.
Objection!
Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Did you tell the court what's special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but, it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that's only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. Oh, I see. Okay, that's how baseball works. That is why it had to be custom-made. I have never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale. Have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious from this picture that it was his... wait a second. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Ah! Object! Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order. When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible for that this name was written by the victim himself. And that means Maggie is... No! It's not possible! Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor! The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! All right, you did it, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job, once again, Mr. Wright. Me? Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See? You got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. That's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. You joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird... No! Not yet! I mean, please, give me a few more minutes! Your Honor! What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? Prosecution is not finished yet! What do you mean? We would like to call our next witness to the stand! What? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? What the frick? Order, order! Order in the court. I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from the new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. Can't let my guard down. It's only gonna get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for recess. Okay. Adjourned for recess. Yeah, you know what? I'll finish this case. Yes. How do you guys like the new music in this game? Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state.
Ignorant spoon. No.
No? Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be more than honored to. That's not what she said. Well, I guess we can start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself, actually. So, my name is Phoenix Wright? What a weird fucking name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. This is business card added to the court record. I guess for now we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yeah. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with the cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger.
Ignorant spoon. Jackie Chan's Who Am I?
It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while I was on a walk with Dustin. Yo, it's a badger! All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up. They never did. So, where is this phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. Huh? To me? Is that the phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Ah! You were here all along! Oh, it's Maya! You're so mean! I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to go check in on the courtroom, everyone had already left.
Great Newtons. Ghost wife.
Ghost wife! Ah, now who the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl, too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh? And what if I said everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya, to the rescue, with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. The heck is this, a list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kinda tough, but I managed to dig
Ignorant
up some dirt.
spoon. What's wrong with Phoenix wrong?
It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good. As in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these
Great
guys are
Newtons.
members of that group.
Phoenix.
It's a con artist group. Names added to the why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list from in the first place? What? You don't remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is, Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, oops. Guess you have to get going. We can talk about this. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now. More or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not gonna lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah.
Ignorant spoon. Did Edgeworth give such a good suck at Phoenix forgot who the fuck he is? Ignorant spoon. Holy shit.
God damn. It sounds like some hentai. Court will now reconvene. Please
Great
call your
news.
next witness to the stand,
He edged
Mr.
him.
Payne. Yes, Your Honor! But before I do, if I may say a few words... What is it, Mr. Payne? It's about it's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked if the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to preface. Just hurry up and preface. Preface? To give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution
Ignorant
calls its
spoon.
next
I
witness.
prefer anime fan service.
A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Huh? Oh, alright, go ahead. I need water, I'm out of water. I should have done that during the break, I don't know why I didn't do that. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who is taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now, you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me a university student would be whatever. Jesus Christ, I am merely looking for that perfect top-notch university, don't you see? I have a rigorous style to progress. Wow!
Ignorant spoon. Summon the plant father.
Plant father. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. But
Ignorant
what
spoon.
is he? A human
Plant daddy
chatterbox?
if you nasty.
If you nasty. I have to question him? Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Oh, man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD
Ignorant
in
spoon.
drifting. As it
Scarf
were.
person.
If you wanted to, you could call me a university student
Ignorant
in
spoon.
transit.
We had a dream about them.
Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am no way a prepubescent boy out for a walk with mommy. If you must know, I am. Anyway, please testify as to the court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again, taking a walk. What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. What I saw that day. I'm gonna go get water. I will be right back.
Ignorant spoon. Damn, so much innuendo.
What I saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes
Ignorant
of
spoon.
a charming
Drink.
young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. That was certainly it. Oh, gross. That was gross. Okay. I don't know if that showed up on stream. It was pretty gross. I was just eating an orange, so, like, my mouth was all, like, lots of spit in my mouth. I don't know, because the orange. And I went to go take a sip of my water, but, like, the straw, like, dragged, like, a string of spit out. It was really gross.
Ignorant spoon. I'm drinking Canada Dry ginger ale and lemonade.
How was that combination? That certainly was
Ignorant
a
spoon.
decisive testimony.
Did you just drool?
Yeah, kind of. Decisive? Nick, did you just hear what he said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear.
Ignorant spoon.
Maybe it's
It's
because
good.
I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yeah. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy's lying. I now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I should look at the court record, 'cause I haven't done that in a bit. Oh, I can't check that. Okay. Can't check that either. Okay. Wellington, okay. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. What I saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. So, you were at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you. But then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university. A no-name? Trashy? Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little snot. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? You think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can expect real smarts from you. His arrogance is really intolerable. So, what should I do now? Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. Well, I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see. Oh, as you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept of breaking is utter nonsense, no man should follow. A real first-class person didn't live by nor and wear a watch. What a ridiculous notion. Who should live freely without constraints? And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy, do-it-yourself hairstyle practically screamed I'm a police officer, and he has those cheap, low-quality shoes, and obviously... Oh, I suppose it was also because he was wearing a officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you get a good look at a good, clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue, if that's all right with you. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. So you're sure that you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There's no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made such a mistake. Of course, of course! Oh, ho, ho. Of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. The frick? The banana? Oh well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas. Could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, then there's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means, if we can somehow show he's lying... Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? He's probably also very confused right now as to why this woman's calling him Nick. Who the fuck is Nick? I was at the park all afternoon. Oh, this is the same thing. Okay. We're at the beginning. Bananas. 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 Mr.
Ignorant
Wellington.
spoon. Who's Nick?
I believe I have the bananas you saw. Right here. So you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look like delicious? Care for a bite? That's not. No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves bananas. He just fucking loves them. Mr. Wellington loves large bananas. Nick? I hope you've noticed the icy glares we're getting from everyone in here. What in the world do you mean? I'll have you know I like strawberries much better than bananas. Whoops. Think it over one more time and try again, Mr. Wright. This witness loves large bananas. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? What? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Objection! Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo. You're sure, in the end we find out that in fact the glove is not bananas, but when viewed far, don't... Blah, 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 blah. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 20 out of 200. I suppose you're gonna tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? It's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them. How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc and what, she was brave and courageous only to be got by blah, 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 blah. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the women at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But then the height difference was only 9 feet! It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yeah, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. What happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that's correct. Which is why even some without a superior brain like myself can understand that. The girl is the murderer. Like I murdered that sentence. You may now question the witness now. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. She ran away, just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me, and she flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get, but... Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. How can I get more information out of him? After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Immediately? As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that at your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a second. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. So she's pointing out the fact that you didn't fucking call the cops immediately. But I want to see this dialogue, so... How do you know what time it was? A detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey, pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. What? Why you? You're just some lousy kid who... I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? They must have a lot of free time on their hands, as they showed up within 10 minutes. So you're saying that the police were on the scene by 7 p.m.? They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't very many people in that area at that time of the day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. We live in a society. I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So, what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you would call the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? Ah! I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Ah! Mr. Wellington. Yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? What the frick? You mean, you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions. As if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. Is that how you... Matryoshka? How to pronounce that word? You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. And there, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are not allowed to use... blah, blah, blah. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard of all the geniuses who have a strange quirk? I don't think simple plain people like you can understand. Enough. Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second. Lost his cell phone? Nick! That cell phone! Could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Huh. Boy. I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? Huh. What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See? Here it is. Oh. I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, right? Alright, let's see this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Take that! It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, then something's wrong with you. No. It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Like, literally right there. Ugh. Order. What does the reporting a crime a little late have proof for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That's super suspicious. It's reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we sold the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for a cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Ugh. Probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. Please present to the court one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Maybe? Mr. Wellington. What? What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... Ah! I don't believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order. Now wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, dust and prints grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses, and he frantically searched for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. Oh, whoa! Whoa. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. It turns out this cell phone was the key to the case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order! Your Honor. The defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. The third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. How about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would they have known her name was Maggie, or, Maggie? That is a good point. The victim didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. Oh, I forgot. Is there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defendant please present its case? Defense. How could the victim have known the defendant's name? Because she found it in the park and got in contact with him. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, you? How did you? Your Honor! These questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up the lost phone in the park. And... she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you're called. We can meet up and give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie. The name that was written on the ground was Maggie with an IE. This is a mistake that could only occur if you only knew how her name sounded. Yeet. Order. But Your Honor! The witness had no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. It is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to the court proof that the witness had a motive. Take that! This one. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like the cops that raid the brilliant artists. They disrupted a genius work. At work. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want for you is to tell me what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be such a refined man as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is... is probably a member of that group, I would assume. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No! This is too much! That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor! What is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. But please! Please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, Mr. Wellington all he had to do was meet Mr. Bird on this, to get his phone back. Why then? What do you need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something in the crimes that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well... I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? Okay, so you show up to this thing to get your phone full of, like, crime contacts, and you find out the person you're picking it up from is with a police officer. And you're like, oh fuck, fuck the police. So you kill him. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he right away to check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. That guy's really creeping me out. All you've been waving around and talking about is this suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone numbers this, suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof, your evidence? You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? Feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let them turn the tables on me like this. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be. Maybe... I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick! Don't you remember? Oh. When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. Yeah, you said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it? I wiped it? Pretty thoroughly, too. It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched, because all the numbers just magically disappeared. You gotta be joking. You erased all the numbers I was gonna use as evidence. Mr. Wellington. What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. my god. Now I remember! Huh? Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick! We've worked so hard to get this far, but... if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis, and therefore, no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where? Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes this cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let him go with that? No, fuck off. Hold it! Please wait, Your Honor. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just gonna badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. You get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over, for your client and for you. Do you fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. Oh, stay hydrated, everyone. Oh my god. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. Do this. The cell phone number's on the back. Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. It's written in fancy script and the ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This is no time to be exchanging business cards. Oh, I was hoping I could actually look at it. Your Honor, there is something very important about that card, and that is... This card is important because of what's on the back. Hmm? You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now? But court's still in session. It's okay. You'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? Well, you're gonna call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it actually is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... Ah! my ringtone for like many, many years. What? Why is my phone? And what is this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you meant to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Oh! Damn. He dead.
Great Newtons. You just crushed his windpipe.
So,
Great
that is what
Newtons.
happened. You were knocked out by
Also,
Mr.
is he a
Wellington.
Dracula too?
He might be a Dracula. He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has become
Ignorant
paranoid
spoon.
and has lost
Hey,
all
what's
ability
dog
to make
food
rational
led backwards?
judgments. I'm not reading that.
Great Newtons.
Then...
Jesus' vibrator.
Then Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding. It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty! Woo! Yeah! That is all. Court is adjourned. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. I knew the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Ignorant
Your whole
spoon.
life?
I did it
It
with
can't
the
be
power
that
of Dildo
bad,
of God.
can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test
Ignorant
I've ever
spoon.
taken,
How old do you
experienced
think
almost
she is?
every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. She's 22. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. Yeah, she seems 22. She's like over-exaggerating her problems. Or just... I guess, well, I don't know. That is, pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. That's right, you were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Okay. I'm sure the dust is gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my knife shifts. Oh. see. Everything's all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet.
Ignorant
I'm
spoon.
gonna find a new life
Her
for
hat has
myself
the vampire
starting now.
logo.
I think that's the police department logo. Next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have
Ignorant
found a
spoon.
whole ocean's worth
I
of
guess
good
that
luck by
logo
then,
is the
sir.
police symbol.
Yeah. After all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet. I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay.
Great noodles.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, the police department logo is someone raising their hands above their head.
Thanks. You take care of yourselves too.
Ignorant spoon. Oh damn.
What a horrible
Ignorant
day.
spoon. WTF.
Gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but
Ignorant spoon.
who are you?
I didn't see it that way. Damn.
What? I thought you said you got your memory back. At that moment,
Great noodles.
everything really did come
That's
back
your
to me.
ghost wife, Nick.
It's your ghost wife.
Ignorant spoon. His ghost wife.
Detective Gumshoe. Wait, has it updated her profile yet? No. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases. But he's also been a good ally during others. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't gotten a fucking clue. He seems to know me, but like, maybe he's mistaking me for someone else? I don't know. And this girl. Maya? You finally remembered! Fuck! This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example... Oh, until a year ago, okay.
Ignorant spoon. Ghost wife might be between 0 and 100 million years old.
Yeah, no, she's 18. For example, Earth to Nick. What's wrong?
Great
You
noodles.
keep staring at me.
Legal
Don't
ghost
tell
wife.
me you've missed me. Yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington.
Ignorant spoon.
I guess I have to
Yeah.
start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life.
Great Newtons.
And that
Eat
story...
your hamburgers, Apollo.
Your hamburgers,
spoon.
Apollo.
Make ghost wife 40.
And she'd be like 20-something years older than Nick. And that story began on one rainy afternoon, 2 months ago. Damn. A brand new episode has been added. Okay, so that's the end of my stream for tonight. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back on tomorrow night with more Ace Attorney, and, I'll be playing Cuphead during the day, like 5 p.m. Yeah. So yeah. I hope when I try to roll my credits this time, it actually works. I made a backup screen to put up, just in case it doesn't. Yeah, thanks Streamlabs. Okay, yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.